prosecution, and we believe that marijuana should be legalized in all states and anyone in prison for possession should be freed. Let's start from the beginning of marijuana use. So it's been used for thousands of years as a therapeutic agent in many cultures and countries, including the U.S. The only difference between marijuana use throughout the world was the name it was given. In America, people called it cannabis, which was used as a medicine throughout the entire country. And in the 1900s, thousands of Mexicans began flooding into America because of the Mexican Revolution. But they called marijuana, which we call it today. Some biased Americans misinterpreted this as a dangerous drug, which unfortunately was carried into law called the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937, and later the Controlled Substance Acts in the 1970s by lawmakers with very little medical research done to back them up, only their bias against those who were using this marijuana. Still, some people believe that marijuana is just a drug to give cheap highs, but also has important medical uses dating back thousands of years, which I brought up earlier, to today where we use medical marijuana to help cancer patients and those with constant pain. Others argue that you can overdose and die from marijuana, which is impossible. You would have to take 40,000 times the normal dose, and death rates are very low to zero due to marijuana. These reasons are why many states are rethinking their laws against marijuana, Colorado being the leader. And they've already started seeing the benefits of legalization. Just in the first year of legalization, recreational pot sales have made Colorado $53 million, which has helped them with jobs, helping their education system, and much more. Another positive of legalization is that the government has more control of the production and the sales of marijuana through every step of growth and distribution, which can help keep recreational pot as safe as possible. Legalization can also cut down the yearly $3 billion spent enforcing marijuana laws so that police can focus on dangerous drug markets such as that of heroin or cocaine. Of the 8 million marijuana arrests from 2001 to 2010, 88% were just for having possession of marijuana. Another fact is that states already said that they waste $3 billion enforcing these laws. And for many communities, marijuana arrests mean wasting money that could be better spent.
We are the opposition, and we believe that marijuana should not be legalized and that all people who have been caught having possession of marijuana are now in prison should stay in prison. Marijuana has negative effects on students, such as poor grades and a higher risk of dropping out of school. And if marijuana is made legal, then it will be easier for students to get to, resulting in more of those negative effects. So the effects of marijuana on college students. Decreasing users and frequent users of marijuana in college were more likely to drop out of college and plan to delay graduation when compared to non-users. And if you drop out of college, your chances of getting a good job automatically fall. If you cannot get a good job, you can't earn enough money to support yourself. Your parents will not support you your entire life. All marijuana users reported lower GPAs than non-users. And students who use marijuana frequently at the beginning of the college career were especially at risk for a lower academic achievement. Yes?
Just because making marijuana legal doesn't mean that there isn't an age limit, just like with alcohol or like smoking. Well, people can still use it. There'd still be age limits, like you'd have to be 18 or 21 depending on the state.
In this day and age, when we get ready to graduate, academic achievement is everything, and you cannot hope to get the best job without having an outstanding academic achievement. So the stats on who actually uses marijuana. According to a study by the NIDA, 15.5% of 8th graders, 31.1% of 10th graders, and 44.7% of 12th graders have used marijuana in their lifetime. 15.5% of 8th graders, and that is somewhere between 4 and 5 people in this class alone. And that number only goes up as we get older. And of those 8th, 10th, and 12th graders, 1.1%, 3%, and 6% respectively have used marijuana daily. And if we have seen the effects that marijuana has on college students, then kids our age are using it, what effects will it have on us? To summarize, if we legalize marijuana, college students could use it and then causing them to get lower grades and possibly drop out. If our future depends on them, no thank you, is that really what we want for the future of our country? Thank you.
All right.